Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Glory Elijah and this is Frankly Speaking with Glory. So guys, on today's episode, I'm going to be needing the input of all your married people on my channel. So if you're watching this video right now and you are married, it doesn't matter how long you've been married, where you're from, who you are, please, I need your contribution on today's episode because I will be talking about the video that I saw trending on the internet yesterday. It's a video made by a certain Nigerian actor. Her name is Anita. She did that video with her husband and they were talking about a very sensitive issue. So I want to talk about the content of that video, but before I do so, if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please pause this video and click on the red subscribe button to subscribe to my channel, and also turn on post notification, guys, to always get alerts of my videos. Remember guys, every evening I post updates and my analysis about the ongoing Big Brother Naija Pepper Dem Gang reunion show. So if you are a fan of the Big Brother Naija show, you definitely need to stay tuned to my channel as I give you those updates. So okay, I've said before a lot of times. Without much further ado, guys, let's just watch a part of the video. The video is actually 8 minutes long, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it in bits, and for every bit that I show to you guys, I'm gonna give my own analysis, what I think about what they said in the video, and then just gonna do it like that till the end of the video. So don't go anywhere, make sure you watch till the end of this video because there's just so much to talk about. Let's start.
Someone I know said, she said I can share the story, so it's kind of delicate, but it's something that can be talked about. She said her husband raped her. Anita, what do you think? What do I do? Should I go to the police? Who do I report to? Women Affair? I say, you want me to judge? She said yes. You want me to advise you? She said yes. I said okay. Which one you say your husband raped you? Are you mad? Which one you say rape you?
But wait, look, let's look at this thing objectively now. Okay, wait. What if? But it's true now, because they say rape is sexual intercourse without consent.
Okay. For people you don't know somebody and you just want to put your hands on her and you just want to have sex with her, it's wrong. It's wrong. How your prick even stand? How did you even do it? How did you get aroused? How will do you? Or you just stand anyhow? But if it's your husband, where do you go there, go to? No, seriously, babe.
So when I watched that video, my first reaction was, oh dear, this lady does not completely understand what she's even talking about. Yeah, it doesn't matter whether she's married or not. I just feel like she lacks understanding of what she is even saying. And it's funny that the husband, who is not even female, was at some point trying to give us some ideas of what they're talking about, that it's actually a very serious issue, but she still wasn't getting it. Okay, now I know you guys heard what she said. Yes, a friend of hers came to her and told her that, oh, this is what my husband did to me. What do I do? Do I go to the police? Now I understand what she's saying. How can you go and report your husband because he did that? If your husband wants this, give it to him. She just completely reminded me of one of those years that I witnessed my sisters getting married. So I have 3 older sisters. I'm the 4th girl in my family, and I remember when one of them was getting married, one of the eldest women in my family was giving her advice on how to be attentive to her husband, how to take care of her husband, blah blah blah. And I remember, because I was actually eavesdropping, I feel like at that point in time I can't remember if I was actually allowed to listen to that conversation as at then. I wasn't really young anyways, I was in my 20s, but I was eavesdropping and I overheard this woman mention that even though you are tired and he wants to make love to you, make sure you give it to him. Anytime he wants to make love to you, make sure you are ready. It doesn't matter whether you are tired. And then I remember my sister asking that, okay, what if I'm tired? What if I'm stressed out? And the woman was like, tired what? Tired what? Don't you know that when you marry a man, whether you are tired or whether you are your menstruation or whether you are seeing your period or you must open your... I'm like, what? And like, this whole thing just gives me the vibe of this is slavery, man. Like, this is slavery, you know. And I feel like it is that same mentality that Anita Joseph was just displaying in this video. Don't get me wrong, guys, it might be that there might just be two reasons that she's doing this video. It's either she's doing it to chase clout or to trend or to be relevant, or this is actually the knowledge passed on to her by a village people and she just decided to come and dump it on the internet, you know. But guys, I am a witness to some of the rubbish that she was just spewing in that video, you know. This is what our forefathers were actually taught, and this is the message, this is the information that they are passing on to young women that are actually getting married today. Now, as I said from the beginning of this video, I am not married. That is why I specifically gave a shout out to the married people in the house to come and pass on their own information to us as well. Let us understand what is going on in that institution. Okay, so her saying that, oh, your husband did this to you, why will you go and report to the police? Okay, now I can say this for a fact that the Nigerian police is just one of those bodies that you don't want to even carry your marital affairs to in the first place. If this thing happened abroad, okay, and the friend goes to report to the police, definitely they're going to arrest the man for abuse. Yeah, they're going to arrest the man. They're going to probably even lock him up, jail him, you know. But in Nigeria, I've actually been at the police station before. I shared a story of how I was duped in Nigeria, in Lagos, and I was at the police station and I was there when a woman came to report that, oh, this happened. Not even a wife, but a girlfriend came to report that, oh, my boyfriend beats me, my boyfriend slapped me, and the police was like, I bet make una carry na matter they go out. I beg that one na husband and wife matter. Person know they put mouth inside. Yes, that was what happened. You know, I don't know if that system has changed now, because this happened to me about 2 years ago. So I don't know if that system has changed now, but I understand where Anita Joseph is coming from. But then, is that enough excuse for women to be quiet when things like this happen to them? I don't think so. And I felt like, while I was watching that video, I felt like she was just being very, very insensitive, because for the past 1 month in Nigeria, we have been crying, you know, crying out and giving out our voices to stop rape in Nigeria, right? We've been giving out our voices. A lot of people have been speaking up, a lot of celebrities for the first time, you know, okay, possibly not for the first time, but everybody has literally been giving out their voices, you know, to speak against rape. And we've had a lot of really, really terrible cases. You know, we have the case of Uwa, we have the case of Jennifer, we have the case of, I think, Zainab. We have different people that went through such. And just the other day, I saw a video of a 2-year-old girl who was actually raped, and the mother was beating her and calling her a whore, because according to the mother, I've warned her several times not to go to that man's house, and she's going to the man's house. I'm like, this girl is a 2-year-old girl. What does she know? You know, so I feel like this is the period in the country where we are actually struggling with that kind of issue. And then for Anita Joseph and her husband to come and talk about it on a light note and make fun of it and talk about it as if it's not even a serious issue, I feel like that was just very, very stupid and very, very insensitive and very, very uncultured of her to have done. Because for me, if you're looking for a way to remain relevant and to trend, there are different other methods for you to do it. And then looking at the issue of this rape self, you know, there was one stupid statement that she made in the video that, oh, this is somebody you know, your husband is somebody you know. If it is somebody you do not know, then it is not a good thing. But if it is somebody you know, and I'm like, hey God, this woman just justified that, oh, people that you know are free to touch you without your consent and have carnal knowledge of you without your consent. And I'm like, that's completely wrong. You know, like, it just goes to show that this one is just basically not really enlightened, or it's either she's actually enlightened and she doesn't know how to pass across her crazy message. But this is completely wrong on all levels. Ladies and gentlemen, rape is rape. as long as you do not consent to people having access to your body, as long as you do not consent to any sexual relations with anybody, forcefully taken, rape is rape, you know. And then she goes ahead to say that, oh, open your leg, do this one, do that one. I'm like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. A woman is allowed to be tired. A man is allowed to be tired. People have different things that they do on a daily basis. So if they are tired, let them be. If they are not in the mood, let them be. People are allowed to have moods. People are allowed not to be in the mood. The fact that you are married doesn't mean like you've just signed a death sentence for life that says that, oh, whether you're on your period, whether you are this, whether you are tired, whether you're sick, you must satisfy your husband. In fact, in my own opinion, any man that is not sensitive enough to understand that, oh, my wife is tired or my wife is sick, and I'm talking about both genders now, both men and women. Okay, let me use the word spouse. Any spouse that is so insensitive enough not to acknowledge the moment when their better half, as they call it, is sick or tired or having a mood or having a situation or is stressed out, and then just want to go ahead and forcefully take what they call, is it a conjugal duty or marital right from that person. I feel like that's absolutely wrong on all levels. It is completely barbaric and savage, and it is a crime against the marriage institution. It's completely wrong. I feel like when people get married, you know, when people get married, they're so excited. Oh my God, I've got to marry to my better half. I've got to marry to my friend, blah, blah, blah. Okay, some people might not have the luxury of being married to their friend, you know. But then this is a conversation that we need to have, and we need to retune our mind to reality and understand that, hey, what is wrong is wrong. If you're married to someone, it does not mean that you have lost your sense of being human. It does not mean that you have lost your right to actually be alive and breathe.
You go buy food, you no go fit chop your food. You go buy food, person go still call you thief. No, it is your food. You go marry wife, she go say she no go give. No, open it.
Wow.
That is it. Garden.
That's
Not actually
that's come on.
Now, this second part of the video was another part that just completely pissed me off. Like, it seriously pissed me off. Now, the first thing I noticed that she did is she objectified the female body. Now, and it was so irritating when she used a food, like comparing the female body to food. So she said, I don't know if you guys heard that part, but then she said that how can you buy food and you cannot chop the food, and you go buy food, no fit chop am. Like, when did the female body become food? You know? And I know that a lot of music videos today, a lot of things that we see on TV, a lot of images that we see on the media tends to objectify the female body, make us believe that the female body is like an object to be used and dumped at every point in time. But then, guys, for me, it is a complete no. It is absolutely wrong, you know. And it just reminds me again of, you know, when my sisters were getting married, you know, and I remember that particular woman. This particular woman, she's like the mother of my family, of my father's family, you know. So whenever any girl wants to get married, it is our duty to come and tell the girl that, oh, this is what you do for your husband, this is how you do to make your husband happy, you know. And those words just kept ringing in my head where she was telling my sister that, oh, remember, your husband owns your body, he owns your body. Now that you're getting married, anything your husband wants to do with your body, let him do it. If he even beats you, self, it means that there's something wrong with you. It means that there's something wrong that you did. So even if your husband beats you, you have to apologize, so that peace will reign. And I'm like, oh my God. So this is what our culture, this is what our traditions has been for years, you know. Spouses abusing each other, and then the wife is always feeling like, oh, it is my fault that my husband is angry, it is my fault that my husband is not happy, so I have to take that burden upon myself to try and look for how to make my husband happy. I'm like, God, help this generation. We need to retune our mind, we need to re-enlighten our mind, and we need to break our mind of that clutches of thinking that it is our fault whenever anything goes wrong in our marriages. I am not married, but guys, the way these people painted marriage, like just painted the marriage institution, it was just so disgusting. I'm sorry to say, but it was just so disgusting. Like, why will I get married with the idea in my head that my husband owns my body? Doesn't really make sense to me at all. As far as I'm concerned, it is a union of the souls and also of the body. But then if the body cannot still be for me as a female, I don't understand. Why am I an individual? It doesn't really make sense. I'm still trying to understand that part, guys. That's why I said that for those of you who are married, please, I need your opinion. I might not be able to say this correctly the way it should be said because I am not married and I don't have that experience, but you guys that have the experience, please go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know. But for a fact, one thing I know is that the female body is not an object. The female is an entity of herself. The female is a human that has flesh and blood running through her veins. The female is a human that is allowed to feel, that has her own feelings, that has her own emotions, that has things that, you know, work for her. She has a mind of her own. So going into a marriage and then you're made to feel like, oh, your body belongs to your husband. Okay, how about we put it this way, that your husband's body belongs to you? Yeah, how about we put it that way? But then I feel like it's just completely wrong when people say that, oh, the female body belongs to a husband. I understand where they are coming from, but when they now make it look like you have no right to be tired, you have no right to have a mood, so therefore whenever your husband is in the mood, you must also be in the mood. People, we should be sensitive. We should be sensitive, especially when kids come into the picture. You know, it's not easy for a woman especially to be taking care of the kids in the house. So imagine she had a long day, you know, and she's tired, and then the man comes and says, oh, you must open your legs, you must do this thing today. I mean, you've pledged before God and man that you're going to be married to this person forever and ever and ever, till death does you part, you know, and then you want to come and say that, oh, if it is not today that I experience love making with you, if it is not today, it cannot be any other. I don't understand. Where people rushing to? If she's tired today, does that mean that she'll be tired tomorrow? If she's tired tomorrow, does that mean that she'll be tired forever? She won't be tired forever. I mean, human beings are allowed to go through phases in their life, and if there's one thing I understand that when people are at the age of maybe 40 or maybe in their late 30s, they begin to experience a phase, you know, they begin to experience a phase like they have gone back to their adolescent years, where they are very confused, when they are trying to find themselves again. So I've heard that it happens a lot to a lot of adults, you know. So most of the time, those adults that it happens that they are married. So I feel like it's okay for people to be able to experience that part of their life. What do you do as a spouse? You help your spouse come out of that phase, instead of trying to impose your I don't know, I think your weird beliefs on that person. It doesn't really make sense. So guys, I might not be saying this the way it should be said, and that is why I need the opinion of those of you who are married on my channel to come in here and drop your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Look guys, I'm not saying that a woman or a man should deprive their spouse of their bodies, but then if your spouse is tired, if your spouse is going through a phase, if your spouse is not in the mood, I feel like you should respect their wishes, you should respect their bodies. And that is why there was a movie I saw, the woman was asking the man, do you think you're ready to be with me? If you are ready to be with me, you should be able to respect my body, you should be able to respect my spirit, my soul. So when we talk about respect for your spouse's body, I feel like this is what it is. Your spouse is not in the mood, your spouse is stressed out, your spouse is sick, your spouse, or that's the female especially, is having a menstrual flow. I feel like it's unhygienic for you to force that person into having sex. All these things actually have health implications, but people do not understand that the health implications could be mental, it could be emotional, it could be physical. So I feel like we should learn to respect our spouses. Whatever Anita Joseph said in that video, I don't care the point she's trying to make, but she completely brought it out in a very, very wrong way, and that video shouldn't have just made its way to the internet at all. That's my own opinion. That said guys, I'll leave you guys to do the rest in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in my next video tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day. Bye.